Hello and welcome back to the BigDAN'gler channel. Today I'm with Dino.
Right, guys.
Yeah, down here at Shoreham, trying for ungulates. We are currently on low water. Well, actually, low water's just gone. The tide's just changed. So we're going to start putting some baits out. As you can see, already set up as always. So we're going to be fishing for ungulates. Now, the baits we've got with us today are sand eel, squid, mackerel, bluey, and I've also brought a bit of worm. Although we predominantly will be going for ungulates. I'm going to be fishing up and overs myself. I'll do a bit more of the rig in a second. And I feel like I'm probably going to do up and over, and then I'm going to do dongle with rag for the bass. But I'm going to do that one in close, and I'm going to fish the two rods with up and overs, and one with a dongle in close for the bass. I did have my PB here of £8, well, just short of £8, back 3 years ago, I think it was, on a mackerel head. Dino's already out in the water with his. Dino's already out. He's trying for like a place or a sole or something on a 2-hook loop.
Right, down here at Shoreham. Hoping for some 100 baits, but at the minute we're low water and it's still too light, so I thought we'd try to plate with the green and use a 2-hook loop rig, size 2, grey bass Aberdeens, quite a strong wire hook, so we do bump into an undulate, they'll get them in. I have a bait stop and a Tronics Lumi Glow, using fluorocarbon snoods to replace the bream or whatever we might bump into, maybe a sole. Got some ragworm here. Quite big, unfortunately, for what we want, but what I like to do is really use a baiting reel for this. But a section of ragworm, cut the head and cut the tail off, so you've got different points of scent. Bait stuff up, spread them on there. So you can use a baiting needle, it's probably a bit better really, but about enough times now, should go on it fine. Using baits like that for all these bream and the baits and whatever else we might bump into. Again, cut the tail off. Got to cut a point of the scent. Quite a long snood on the top as well. Let it flow around the tide. Not as much tide at the minute, but there will be later. So just spread them on there like that. Pull them up the hook. Remember, you always put your bait stops on your clip downs, or if your bait goes up the snood, pull them down like that. Lovely little ragworm bait, good enough one. Plain lead, let it trot around the side, fixable setup. If you bump into something you do, we'll let you know.
We're down at Shoreham. That's the yacht club there. There's a caravan park here, we slide into the caravan park there. So hopefully, Dino being lucky as he is, we might get a couple of ungulates on camera today. It might not be mine because I haven't had one now for, I'm going to say, best part of 3 years. I have had rays in the in-between, I've had fawnies and stingray, but I haven't had an ungulate now for at least 3, I'm going to say at least 3 years. So it'd be nice if I could get one. And yeah, I was out with Dino down Climbing the other day, and he managed to get himself a little 17-pound stingray. I have posted pictures on my Facebook page, so you might want to pop over there and have a little look. And I think there is a couple of shorts with it on, so congratulations to him on that one. So yeah, I'm going to get myself set up. I'm going to get a little rod down here just for the bass. I think I'm going to put a bit of dongle with a worm bait on for the bass. Just here, put it on that bit of sand. It's literally just sand there, and now it's just starting to go to stone, so I'm going to put it just right on that gully there and try for a bass, and then flick the two bigger rods as far as I can get them, and hope for an undulate. I'll bring you back. We're going to do some baiting videos and so on today. We're going to try and make it a little bit more interesting, and so yeah, I'll bring you back when I'm baiting up for the undulates. So the rigs I've decided to go with are up and overs. Again, they're from Mike's as always. I've got a up and over on a with a Trident. Oh, let me turn this around. So I've got a Trident, a Gemini splashdown with about a foot, with 2 foot coming off for my length, with a 4.0 and 3.0, and that's the rig I'm going to be using today. So the bait's on the sea floor, which is a bit of a better tactic for the ray. So I'm going to be fishing. That's how I'm going to be fishing for them. I think Dino's probably going to be using the same kind of tactic. Are you, Dino? Up and over?
Yeah, up and over.
Up and overs. Maybe a bit longer though, your ones are.
Yeah, that's about 3 foot body, 6 foot snood.
Yeah, so 3 foot body, 6 foot snood. But so he's going for a slightly longer one. But if that turns out to be the case, then I'll quickly knock one up and go longer myself. But yeah, so I'll bring you back. The water is literally just coming up. You're gonna wait for these boating people to go. They've literally been out there about an hour now, so they should probably be off soon. And we're gonna get ourselves in the water and fishing. There is a tiny little bit of weed in here. Nothing too dramatic. You can see it if you look here, this brown stuff. But beyond that, it's pretty good. So I'll bring you back if anything happens. I'm gonna get myself set up, get some baits made up, and let's get ourselves in the water and fishing. So here we have a double sand eel squid with a little bit of bluey just to cover the shank of the hook on an up and over. What I've done now is I put squid, bluey and 2 sand eels together on an up and over. I'm going to give that a go. There is quite a bit of weed out there. It's not like it's not fishable, but there is a bit of weed out there at the moment. So I'm hoping as the tide picks up, because it's quite a big tide tonight, the weed moves off with it. But all you can do is keep putting them out. So I'm putting out slightly bigger baits for the moment, just so that like you can keep them out a little bit longer. So that's probably just a little bit bigger than I would normally do. I usually go for about thumb size. It's about 1.5 thumbs. Well, my thumbs are quite small, so it's about 1.5 thumbs of my thumb. But as you can see, that's squid, sand eel and bluey on an up and over with a so I'm just fishing up and overs at the moment, to be honest with you. I'm going to sort out I've just lined up my 3rd rod for the bass, so I'm going to get that down there as well. But yeah, so I'm around 2 casts in on the green ones, and you can see there's just in the middle of the 2 green ones there's another little rod there. I've got 3 out, so the 2 green ones are now set up for rays. We've got sand eel, squid and bluey wraps going out for them, and then we've also got worm baits going out just for bass and see if there's any smooth hounds about. You never know. So yeah, but nothing to report as yet. There is quite a bit of weed. If you can see just here, there's a little brown patch right in the front of the tide. There's quite a bit of weed, but other than that, it's not too bad. Obviously we're going down, what we're on 9:30 now, so we're going into night now, so it should theoretically be better. The tide's on the flood. We're about 2 hours into the flood. Yeah, I think it's about 2 hours into the flood. Dino, being the top guy he is, just bought me a wrap. So I'm going to enjoy that, and hopefully we'll bring you back when there's some fishy action.
Dan's just going down for a cast now. This is going to be his closer in rod. I think he's using a big worm bait or a dongle. The 5-ounce Arno lead. So he's getting used to the multiplier at the minute, so just keeping it simple off the ground. Up she goes. So he's got a big bass bait on there, so that'll be his shotgun rod. It's starting to rain now. This wasn't in the forecast, but there you go.
So Dean's readying himself for a cast now. He's putting out a 5 ounce with a sand eel bait on it. Just a little flick, and out it goes. That was just a single sand eel?
Yeah, just a single sand eel. So just going to bait up one of our ray rigs now. It's an up and over rig. I've shortened the snooze on him, was about 6 foot earlier, but a bit of a headwind now, so for casting reasons I've shortened the rig. Just going to bait up with some sand eel, bluey and squid. We'll just go with a bit of sand eel, squills ain't this charm around. Head and tail off. Using a 4.0 schooner circle and 2.0 manta. Pretty good there, good strong, good sharp. So go in at the top of the eel, just pierce it like that, pull the line through, and come back through for the gill plate. That's the way I do it anyway. So that's the right way, but it seems to work for me. Gill, get some elastic, latex even. Whip around the eye of the hook. Don't go too far down onto it. Just a little bit around there, dude. Don't overdo it. Keep going up the line like that. You can use a baiting rod for this as well. No issues really. Like that, lay it flat to the eel. Something like that. Elastic again. Just wind that round there. Use a fluorocarbon as well. Don't have to use it, but those edges give me a little bit of an edge sometimes. You end up with something like that. Sand eels have gone a bit mushy now, but yeah, that'll do. Perfect bait. Dan's just had the first bite on that big ragworm bait you see him put out. So it isn't a dongle, so it did look a bit breamy or something like that, so it might be hard to hook. It's the first bite just as it's getting dark, so promising. Good to stay at tide now as well. Anything there, mate? A bit of weight there, isn't there? Anything? Yeah, there's a little bit of weight there. Could possibly be wee, but no. I'll keep recording just in case, you never know. No.
Dino with a Pendro. Bend it and send it. Well, Dino didn't know because he had weed on, but he's managed to get himself a black bream.
Just another fish on the cast after. Sand eel, a little crappy strap eel, a couple of pest fish now the tide's turned up. You can see it's pulling right around bits of weed on there. It's not too bad if you can get it to sit up tide a bit. So we're getting back. That's another fish, so we ain't blanked at least.
So we're coming to the top of the tide now, and the weed has been horrendous for like the last hour. Dino's had an eel and a bream. I've sort of stopped fishing for a moment because I'm quite close to the rocks, so I keep getting flowed over. I'm hoping when the tide hits the top that it should the weed should die off, but at this moment in time the weed is absolutely horrendous. It just out of nowhere, just out of nowhere, it just literally came, and it is just literally everywhere. The weed is absolutely horrendous. Hey Dino, the weed's killer, innit?
Not too bad, mate, to be honest.
Not too bad.
I've cleared out half the ocean, so
I mean,
yeah, I'm doing my bit really.
to be fair though, we still managed 3 fish. So it wasn't a complete blank.
Yeah, something like that. Don't think we've got gym this week, can they, will we?
Nah, definitely not. I mean, I even stopped fishing for an hour because I was getting that
Stop fishing for an hour and you still caught weed.
yeah. But you know, we stuck it out. It's midnight. I'm down to 1 rod because I can't be bothered hauling the weed. Dino's still banging out 2. And we're hoping that things might change. We were really hoping to be bringing you a lot of fish on camera tonight, but I dropped my bass literally in the surf, so I don't know whether you call that a catch or not. And Dino's had a conger. We didn't film that because it's only what, like that, wasn't it, Dino? Tiny, wasn't it?
What's that?
The conger
Yeah,
and the bream.
it's like a sand eel.
It's like a sand eel, yeah. I mean, it hasn't been the greatest night for us, but as I say, we've caught fish, haven't we?
Yeah, can't have it. You can't always catch them. Still might catch something decent.
Yeah, I'm hoping that when the tide swaps over and the tide swings round,
It's demoralising, isn't it? You just have good bait and get washed away by weed.
well, like you said, no need for a gym this week. We're still going to stick it out for a little bit longer though. We're here, so we might as well make it worthwhile, eh?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, there would have been more content, but we have literally been weeded right out. We're literally waiting it out just to see what the other side of the tide's like. And if it don't go our way, we're gonna say good night. Because if you look, there's literally clumps of weeds everywhere. I wish there was more content to show you, but we have literally been weeded right out. Even on that line, I don't know if you can see it hanging, look. It's just weed. We don't even know if we got a fish. Every time we reel in and there's a fish on, we didn't know there was a fish on because the weed was just literally horrendous. So the 3 fish we've had, we didn't even know we had. Let's hope that the other side of this tide, this weed situation changes and we can at least have an hour. But I don't know. I don't even think that's going to happen. So I think it's going to be another cruddy video. That has literally been the state for the last 3 hours. Right guys, we've sat it out for the last couple of hours. It really has become really weedy. I mean, it is everywhere. Strings and strings of it. You can see one line's going out where it's just been put out and the other one's been pulled off. We've probably sat it out and we've given it a fair chance, haven't we? But I think we're just gonna put the one rig out, sort of set up, start packing up and call it a day. We had, what was it, an eel, a bream, and we dropped a bass in the surf. Well, I dropped a bass in the surf. So, I mean, it wasn't a wasted trip, but it wasn't a great trip. So we're gonna get all our bits tidied up, get ourselves sorted out, and hit the road. It's a long drive home. Even after hauling all that weed all night, this little jammy sod, where is it? This little jammy one
Feed on there, all that free time.
got himself a decent bream to finish the night, even with all that weed. Go on, hold it up to the biggest fish of the night, innit? Yeah, wait, hold it right out in front of your arms. That's it. Look at that look at that. Wait, I zoomed in as well. Anyway, even with all the weed, last cast, look at all this weed everywhere. No joke, we have literally been hauling weed all night. Tons of it. Whoever comes down here next, you got a nice easy fishing session because we cleared it out for you. And I mean, when I say we cleared it out, we cleared it out. Hey Dino, we cleared that weed out for everybody, haven't we? There's nothing left in there now. When you come down here next, there'll be nothing. Anyway, last cast with Dino, bream. 2 bream, 1 eel, 1 bass. Let's see. I've got 1 out. Let's see if we can get a fish on the end of that. Literally, just a quick summary for you guys. So, we turned up at 6 o'clock. We fished till about 9 o'clock. Got weeded right out. Stuck it out till 2 o'clock. We did manage 4 fish. A bass, 2 bream and an eel. But for about 4 hours we didn't fish. Where we travelled so long, well, it's an hour's travel from Portsmouth, we decided we'd sit it out and wait and see what happened with the tide. Unfortunately, it didn't go in our favour, but never deterred. We didn't blank. We'll be back. Rubbish. I don't need to keep telling you. Take it home. Good night, Dino. It was a bit of a workout, yeah, summarise. Wasn't a bad night, but we didn't fish for about 4 hours, did we? Yeah, but we sat it out because, like I said, we came a long way, so we didn't really have much choice but to sit it out. But anyway, see you on the next one, guys.